Good morning, dear hearts. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night for Australia. So let me hear my computer. Yes. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Mexico. Good morning. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Un abraço fraterno. Yes. Bom dia para o Brasil, meu Brasil. Bom dia, guten Tag for Germany. I am so grateful to be here with you in this day, and I hope you are doing very well, and especially for those one who were in the or are in the areas affected by the hurricane. I am so happy to hear many of you saying that you are well. That is so important to know that the people that we love are well. It's so good. And of course, we would like good for everyone in this planet, but people that are close to us, we feel more, these kind of things. So thank you so much for your presence here, and let us start our service in God's way. So, welcome to the 7 Sacred Weeks vlog 38. Today we are going to see or to perform decrees and visualization for the expansion of our electronic circle of protection. Then we are going to do field decrees and visualization for the balance of the forces of nature. And I think I put also one for healing, because many of us are in need of healing. Actually, we all need healing. And then we are going to dive in the knowledge of our causal body. So, as always, let us first feel the presence within our hearts, the mighty presence within us. So if you need to place your hands upon your heart and try to feel the presence within, alive. Send your love to this wonderful magical presence. Accept it, invite it to govern your outer activity. And then let us do together the opening blessing. Beloved, mighty and present here, there, and everywhere, we love you, bless, and thank you forever, forever and beyond, for I am in you, and you are in me, and we are one on this journey through eternity. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. Now, let us move the attention to the Christmas star above our house. Dear heart, this Christmas star is there. It is becoming a reality, and we may use it when we need to expand light, blessings to the area where we live. When you see something happen in your city, just visualize that beautiful star above your house and call the momentum of light of the 7 sacred weeks and visualize that momentum descend upon the area where you live, calming the forces of nature if it is needed, or bring forth peace if it's necessary. No matter what, just call forth the momentum of light of the 7 sacred weeks that you are part of, and visualize from that star descend in rays of pure light substance what you want to give to bless your city. That is so important. It's there for our use. So in this moment, visualize, feel the expansion of the light rays from that star descend upon your area. Feel that light flooding and folding all human beings in your area. Feel that light flooding and folding, blessing, harmonizing the forces of nature in your area. And feel descending from that star, the ascended master feeling, the ascended master consciousness, the ascended master healing, harmony, love, peace, joy, truth, perfect cooperation, and feel that ascended master consciousness filled with ascended master virtues, flooding all human beings where you are. And trust it, feel it, and trust it, and so it's done and it's sustained. And now just feel the connection of our Christmas star to the Christmas star above the Rocky Mountains. We are anchored there. And there we have the full momentum of the 7 sacred weeks. Feel the heart of this activity. Beloved Lanta is there, and many ascended masters. As always, they support us during this service. May they protect us, protect our atmospheres, protect our internet connection, protect our force field, and pour their blessings through us to mankind. And I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. Now, let us take the water and do the call for the Elixir of Life. Beloved I Am Presence, Saint Germain, Brotherhood of the Royal Teton Retreat, Lords of the Elements and powers of light, please charge this mineral water with whatever substances and virtues we need to restore the beauty, youth, health, vitality, and perfection of the ascended masters in our physical bodies. When you drink this water, at the end of our decrees, by the light of God that never fails, I command, I demand, and it's done right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. So, let's put the water to be charged, do it in ourselves. And now we are going to do the decrees for the electronic circle. And then in the end, we visualize it. Together, beloved mighty and presence, ascended masters, Elohim, archangels, our higher mental bodies and cosmic beings of light. I am the violet flame in, through, and around my four lower bodies, always sustained then in God's purity. Visualize it. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am one with my source of life, the cosmic light, God Almighty, fulfilling all this call, I am. I am the beauty, perfection, and power of my tube of crystalline white light substance, always bright, radiant, and full of vibrations of light that makes and keeps me invisible and invincible to all human creation now and forever. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am one with my source of life, the cosmic light, God Almighty, fulfilling all this call I am. And I am the invincible power of the wall of radiant blue flame, shielding my tube of light, giving me total protection against disturbing elements and human suggestions. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am one with my source of life, the cosmic light, God Almighty, fulfilling all this call I am. And I am the invincible power of my electronic circle of protection, now manifested and forever sustained. Visualize it and its expansion. I am the invincible power of my electronic circle of protection, now manifested and forever sustained. I am the invincible power of my electronic circle of protection, now manifested and forever sustained. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am one with my source of life, the cosmic light, God Almighty, fulfilling all this call I am. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And now, dear hearts, just contemplate the chart, visualize yourself there in the position of the Tila. And feel that you are one with your I Am presence in all the levels of your being. Just feel this oneness with your source, and that you are the source here in this human octave in action. Feel the violet flame blazing and blazing and blazing through and around you. Feel the sparkling light of your tube of light. Seal it with the blue lightning. And feel the expansion of your causal body and the rays flowing from your electronic body to your holy world. And feel that it doesn't matter what happens in this altered activity. You are safe by the power, love of your own I am presence. And I call with the power of God that I am, that you may live within this almighty protection, fulfilling your divine plan and nevermore be touched by human creation. And I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And now we are going to do our decrees. Just visualizing ourselves as the might and beautiful, glorious, ascended master presence that we are in a circle of light surround the planet, and sending our blessings to the planet, rays of love to this wonderful planet. And then let us direct our love and also the golden rays of illumination to America. Let us visualize that wisdom, enlightenment of the Ascended Masters descend to America in this moment and bless and bless her people, giving them wisdom to decide what is the best choice for America in the next 4 years. And then let us do these 2 decrees for America together. Beloved, mighty young presence and great divine director, seize possession of America, the government and her people, control her resources and direct her activities by thy almighty perfection. Envelop her in that invincible wall of light through which nothing can pass but the perfection of the ascended masters, and keep it eternally sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. Beloved mighty and presence, Saint Germain, great divine director, cyclopeia and powers of light, take command, hold dominion, produce perfection in the 2024 elections in America. Bring to victory only the candidate who can best serve thy light and who can do the best for America and the world. I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And so it's done, not only for America, but for all the nations. May people be enlightened and choose the best for their countries, so that we have God government here, there, and everywhere in this world. And I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And beloved, mighty and pleasant Saint Germain, architects and mighty legions of angels of the violet flame, descend with your sun presence of the violet flame, cosmic Christ control, in, through, and around me, my house, affairs, family, neighbors, city, country, and world. Releasing my external activity from everything that is not the perfection of the ascended masters. Keep the sun presence flow and clean and sweeping away any and all particles of discord from my being and word, until I am ascended and free, free from all human creation now and for all eternity. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am one with my source of life, the cosmic light, God Almighty, fulfilling all this call I am. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. And now let us send the pink flame of love to bless the elementals and the forces of nature, here, there, and everywhere, bring perfect harmony to the climatic conditions on all continents. You see, beloved friends in the light, beloved Saint Germain told me once that sometimes, of course, you need to work with the violet flame. I am a violet flame being. I am the seventh way with beloved Saint Germain. I love the violet flame, and we needed to use it, the violet flame, every day. But when we see a catastrophe, especially when we are dealing with the forces of nature, if the catastrophe is happening in that moment, sometimes is efficient, when it's more efficient to calm down the conditions in that place when we use the pink flame instead of the violet flame. You can do the violet flame a little, and you can do after the violet flame, but in the moment that we see not only a catastrophe, if we see a fight with we see some condition that is happened in a bad way, a worse condition. In that moment, sometimes when we use the pink flame, it's better. Why it's happened? Saint Germain explained to me that time, because you see, it's like if you have, I didn't have time to take the to, build a picture, but we have a river or a lake, and the water is clean sometimes in the upper part, and we have the dust, earth, and things in the bottom of that lake. Sometimes when that lake is agitated, so that dust just dirty soil the water of that lake, and it's not more transparent because the dirt that was in the bottom, just the particles are mixed. So when we have a condition like a catastrophe or something really worse happen that moment, sometimes, yes, the human creation, the dense substance is completely crazy. Maybe I am not find the right words, know that is the particles are electric and warm. It's not more in the bottom column, but it's really dirt and all the conditions. The violet flame sometimes, when we use the violet flame, it goes to the bottom and bring more dirty sediment of the dirty that is in the ground to be purified, because that is the action of the violet flame, to go within and explode and bring forth the particles, the densest substance to be purified. And so we didn't solve the problem immediately, because we just make the human creation, because a hurricane, any catastrophe, these unharmonious conditions of nature is caused by human creation, discordant conditions in that area. And then we use the violet flame, and sometimes we bring forth more things and discordant things to be purified, but you be purified, but it takes a while. In that moment, the people are in need of calm down. And so when you just send and expand and flood that area with the pink flame just bring forth, you see, it's not go deep to bring more the discordant conditions to be purified, but the pink flame take those particles, that substance that are causing the unharmony, disharmony, and just calm down. And so there is a dictation also in the I am activity that the master say, if you see fires, just send it to the fire the pink flame of love. I don't put it here, but the master told it also in a dictation that was not only to me. And so because of that, in that moment there is already purification. If you go first with the violet flame, you cause more discordant conditions to come through. Yes, the violet flame you purify, but in that moment you need a relief. So it's something that may inspire you when you see something that is already turbulent, like a hurricane. So just send to that core, to that elemental there, the pink flame. And the pink flame, you just calm that element. That is the best thing to do. And sometimes if you see also someone so violent, sometimes first we need to send the pink flame to calm the feelings in that person. And then we use the violet flame to transmute the core of that generate that violence. So we needed to understand how to work with erase, because you see sometimes we just make a condition even worse if you don't know how to use them in the right way. But I am just sharing what I learned directly with Nascenda to Master. You may accept it and use it if you want, or just do whatever you want. I am just an example in doing my own experience with that. And for this reason, I choose the pink flame. I know I read today the news. I know that it's quite a bit better. The conditions in Florida, still there happens something, but it's better. But let's feel this pink flame of love just flooding the area of that Mexico Gulf and also Florida, in the area that were affected by the hurricane and also go to be affected, and just send to the core of the hurricane the love of the mighty and presence, to calm down the violent effects on it. And let us send also this pink flame of love to the heart of all beings of nature, because they are great spirits in nature. And let's send in our love. And our love is the love of humanity, because we are part of humanity. So that they may understand that we have done many mistakes, but we are going to do our best to correct them, to bring peace to the forces of nature, here, there, and everywhere. And just let us do this decree together and see this decree. A friend comment, and I just answer a comment of him in the post that I have done in the 7 sacred weeks. I was doing decrees for Florida and other decrees, and then come the illumination. Oh my God, I didn't forget the momentum of light of the 7 sacred weeks. I was doing other decrees, but you see, we are in this work. We are part of this momentum of light of the 7 sacred weeks. Beloved little, last year gave the dictations and told us to use this momentum when you see conditions in the world that needs to be corrected. And I tell you, I almost forgot it. I don't know if you remember it before I have done my post. But you see, we have sometimes storage or tools that we forget them and we do not use them. And then this simple decree, almost an affirmation, came in my mind. And I think I was being inspired, and I started doing this decree. In the moment that I started, I felt the power of the moment of the 7 sacred weeks descending in that area. It was like lightning descending, and I saw that and purifying the conditions, the discordant conditions, so that could come down conditions there. And I started yarning so like a crazy, I think for minutes, 15 minutes. And then I knew that the moment of light of the 7 sacred weeks, not my moment, but the moment of the 7 sacred weeks was pouring forth light upon that conditions. And then after a while, I felt that, maybe it didn't solve it completely, but I felt that the situation was released because I felt great harmony within me again. And just I just repeat for several and several times this only decree. So, dear hearts, remember that you are in your seats, you are the messengers of the ascended masters in their place. You are islands of light in that area. So if you see something, remember the powerful moment of the 7 sacred weeks, and command it with certainty. You see, we do not may ask, we needed to command it by the invincible power of the moment of light of the 7 sacred weeks. I command it, like beloved Jesus did, the seas and winds in the Floridian region to return to perfect harmony. I command it. I command it in the power of God. You see, sometimes the students, they place the attention in the destructive condition. You see, I didn't put any picture in the post of a hurricane because I was looking for a picture of hurricanes, and then the ascended master Saint Germain just came down and told me, "Oh, what you were going are you going to do?" You see, because when we see a picture of a hurricane, we think on destruction, and sometimes that is what happened. We are connected to the news and with other peoples, and we just visualize the negative condition in our mental and emotional level. And we are light workers. We need to revert this situation and not go in what the mass is doing in the outer world. Dear hearts, we need to learn to, in the moment that you see something negative, you say, no, that is the effect in the physical world, but I needed to change it inside in the causal level, that is my mental level, and I need to see their peace. I needed to see not a hurricane doing destruction in that area, but I need to see a peaceful sea. I needed to see a soft wind flowing through that region. And you see, we need to do it in our mental level because that is the power of an ascended master. If you enter in the negative condition, then the master cannot just flow radiation and power through us, because otherwise, because we are feeding that negative destruction, we just, with the radiation of the master, increasing even more that negative condition. So pay attention. When you are in face a negative condition, you need to revert that in your inner level. You may not enter in what people are seeing because they are desperate. And I know that they have reason because they maybe do not understand the law, but you understand the law, and you are in that city, you are in that place to place the light there. It's your responsibility in that area. So pay attention. All the time that you see something negative, you need to revert it in your inner level and just place, impress in that condition the perfection and harmony that we want to see happen in the physical world. So I know that it's a little long, but you see, this kind of things you need to say because you are learning things. But in the moment of the crisis, in the moment of a catastrophe, in the moment that something worse happens, that is the moment of our test. If we are able to put the theory into practical. Otherwise, we do not pass the test. We just go with the mass emotions and destructive thoughts, and we cannot help the ascended masters in this way. So now let us concentrate and just do the decree to go. Now I think I am talking too much, but anyway, I think it was necessary. So let's place the attention in the mighty presence that you are, the God presence that we are here and now in this planet. And let's talk by the invincible power of the moment of light of the seven sacred weeks. I command the seas and winds in the Florida region to return to perfect harmony. And so it is done right now, Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And let's visualize that air in peace, the sea calm, the wind flowing in perfect harmony. And just the perfection of God manifested there. In the name of the ascended Jesus Christ, by the ascended Jesus Christ, the great command, in the invincible moment of light of the seven sacred weeks, I charge the weather in Florida and all the affected areas by great storms with the perfect balance of the ascended Master's octave. And so it's done right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And visualize a calm wind of peace and relief flowing gently over the areas affected by the storms, and simply accepting this truth of perfection in your mental and emotional worlds. Just hold, and also hold the perfect cooperation among people there. Rebuild in those areas and bring again harmony, prosperity, and happiness in those areas. And I know it's done. And again, to seal this simple work, again, let us visualize the pink flame of love enter the core of the planet and expand into all directions, blessing all the nations in this planet. And also, let's visualize the pink flame of love flooding and blessing the atmosphere. Bring peace, harmony, brotherhood to the planet, humanity, elementals, forces of nature, and all the spirits that are evolving on this planet together with mankind. And just say, I love this planet. I love this planet, and I love this planet. Thank you, planet Earth. Thank you for this room that I have here, and I send my love to all spirits and beings in manifestations in this level, in this place of the universe with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And let us do this last degree of healing together. Beloved Ascended Master presence that again, beloved Mother Mary, Lady Metta, empowering powers of healing, flood your cosmic light substances through me. Intensify and increase it until it becomes visible to myself and all mankind. Project your cosmic light rays to heal, quiet, and strengthen the light substance in the nerves of my physical body and of everyone on the planet, and especially the ones under this radiation. Make me forget all fear and replace it by the cosmic flame of cosmic love. Move me forward in a pillar of cosmic light substance from your realm of light so blazing. Human creation cannot longer exist anywhere. And I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And I call forth the healing presence of the Ascended Master to bless all of you in this radiation and of course all mankind. And I know it's done and it's sustained. Almighty I am, mighty I am, Almighty I am. And now, finally, we are going to dive in our knowledge of the causal body. Today, we are going just to study the basics, and in the next year, we are going to see it with more details. And the books that I used in the building of this presentation was the Journal 1, 2, and 3 for from the Breed to Freedom teachings. Then I took 3 theosophical books, that is Man and His Bodies by Annie Besant, and then 2 books from by Ledbetter, that is Man, Visible and Invisible, and then The Masters and the Path. And to start eating, it's good to remember, to remind ourselves that the causal body is the 50th principle of man, counting upwards in the Theosophic teachings, because they sometimes call the higher mental body as causal body. There are several texts, and sometimes they say that the causal body is the 50th principle, and sometimes they say within the causal body we have the ego, the higher ego, and so there are the 2 entities there together, but it's good to know that in the Ascended Master teachings, if you count it upwards, that means the physical body as the first, we have the causal body as the 6th principle. Because what happens in the new dispensations, the Ascended Master just joined the atomic and Buddhic principles that we see in Theosophy, and they call these 2 principles as one, and we say it electronic body. So here I put a note to know the physical and etheric body as first and second principles, and they act in the physical plane. Then emotion, the mental, and the higher, and actually part of the causal body acting in the mental level, and then the causal body acting also in part of the electronic level, and then we have as the 7th the electronic body, counting upwards. And then just to remind it, I use a diagram that I have done when I did the knowledge of the planes of nature. And here I count just downward. So it's the same. Sometimes we count it from the physical, and sometimes we count it from the source. So you may see both numbers of things in literature when you read them. Don't make confused. about it. And but I just put here, we have the 7 planes of nature, and here, and I think it's for this reason, because in theosophy, and we see it also in Vedanta sometimes, that it is Atmic and Buddhic level. Sometimes together they call it monadam. And so, and they put the ascended masters, I think, to simplify the language and to just make it simple to reach more people in this world. Just join these 2 principles and put it as the electronic body. So we have the electronic body, and it's good to remind ourselves we have 7 planes of nature, but our 7 principles is just start here in the atomic level or in the electronic level. If we use the words of the Ascended Master teachings, because above it, we have the unmanifested universe, and below it is when the universe comes to form. We are going to discuss it also in details in our classes. We also, you see, we are going to have 40 classes and service until so this, and I go to do more too, and then we are going to stop 4 weeks, and we start 49 days doing our alignment together in the 7 sacred weeks that you started this year, November 28th. And so, and then next year, we are going to have another 40 classes. And step by step, we are just diving in this knowledge so we know what we are and what we are doing here, and we can manage the powers of our being in the right way. But the manifest universe and each our bodies in principle start here in the 3rd level or 3rd plane of nature. And here I put our individuality that is made by the higher mental body, causal body, and electronic body. And then below it, we have our personality made of the 4 lower bodies: mental, emotional, etheric, and physical. And here, someone asked me, because we use the word ego, but when you use the word ego as uppercase, we are telling actually this individuality or this spiritual ego. And when the ego is in the normal ego, that many literatures talk about, the self ego is the ego that is reflection of that spiritual ego, but completely disturbed by the density and the distorted patterns of these lower levels of manifestation. This is the self-ego, or that you say that is the personality. And you needed to make this differentiation when we are reading, especially other kind of literatures, Hindu literatures or Buddhist. We needed to pay attention if they are talking about this higher ego, or they are using ego to symbolize the personality, because they are different ones. And so, and we are going to start studying the appearance and growth of our causal body. You see, I am not put here the creation of it, because that to talk about the creation of it, I think you need at least 3 or 4 weeks, because it's a very complex subject. We are going to do, maybe, I don't know if people are ready for that, but if I feel yes, maybe next year, because we needed to talk more about this descent of the consciousness and the primordial substance, elemental substance in all the levels, and the evolving or development of these monads that come and pass through the mineral, vegetable, animal kingdom until get the individualization to be individualized being. And that moment when individualization happens, it starts the formation of our causal body. But that story is long, and we are going to not enter in these kind of things today. It's just a little bit off. So we are just starting the appearance and growth of the causal body. And we say that in the early stages of human development, the causal body, which is a subtle energy field around the core, that is the higher ego or higher mental body for us in the Ascended Master teaches, is relatively undeveloped and appears translucent. So in the beginning of the individualization, the undeveloped ego or life stream has a higher mental body. It's more like a bubble, transparent. It lacks the vibrancy and complexity associated with the higher state of consciousness. As an individual progresses, spiritually and intellectually, the causal body begins to activate and manifest more refined qualities. This activation is triggered by the interaction between the causal body and the denser, more material aspects of the individual. So the action of that spiritual ego in the personality that begins to have control of the personality, and then begins to do what is the right thing to do and build the colors of the causal body. As the individual engages in activities that stimulate higher soft processes or selfless emotions, the causal body responds by generating subtle energies that can be visualized as colors, as we see in the chart of the I Am Presence. This transformation results in a more vibrant and complex causal body, characterized by a spectrum of beautiful and delicate hues. So initially, the causal body, the ethereal manifestation of the individual soul, is a subtle, barely perceptible energy field that defines the beginning of a separate existence. Before that, we were not animals, but our monad was going through all the kingdoms to get the experience of them. And we are going to talk about it. We were not actually animals, but we went through that kingdom to perceive, to develop our physical, astral, emotional, and mental level, especially the emotional one. But when we gain our individualization, we have our causal body, and from that we are an individualized life stream. And so this delicate, almost colorless film of matter will endure throughout the entire span of human evolution, serve as the foundation upon which all future incarnations are built. The causal body is a repository of enduring qualities, those that are noble, harmonious, and aligned with the laws of the spirit. Every elevated thought and pure emotions contributes to the refinement and growth of the causal body. Therefore, the state of the causal body is a reliable indicator, the only true measure of an individual's spiritual progress and evolutionary advancement. So you may lie, but your causal body, we are going to see the highlighter told it here that I put in a dictation, the causal body never lies. So the causal body is actually a blueprint, the record of any individual's past, present, and future incarnations. It contains the karma, the law of cause and effect, that governs an individual's experience. This body, the causal body, is associated with. So the karmic imprints, that means the seeds of future experience based on past actions. We put the seeds there, and that seeds you become effects or new causes that you bring forth experience in the next embodiment. And then a karmic reflection, because it's mirror the consequence of our past actions, and also it associated with karmic evolution, because you remember last time I told the higher mental body is the gardener and the causal body is the garden. So through the work of the garden, through the personality or the four lower bodies, we construct the garden, a beautiful, glorious garden that is our causal body. So through the understanding of the laws and practicing in the right way, balancing the karma, we build a beautiful causal body. And to understand it, I put here several pieces of discourse of the seven Shohans about it. And we are going to explain it through the words of the Shohans. And to start it, I put here about what beloved Moria says about the causal body. The causal body, which surrounds the electronic presence, is about 100 feet in diameter. So 100 feet is about 30.48 meters. Around the presence of an unawakened individual. So you see, it's large, but in the most time, it's just a transparent thing. So the presence which works at cosmic level does not receive an expansion of this causal body until the physical part of itself consciously cooperates while in a flesh body and sends up energy qualified with perfection to expand its great life wave. So it's through our bodies that we can just really expand and build a beautiful causal body. In fact, all the good that you are doing also in cosmic level, it's stored there, but to transform it really in a real, beautiful, glorious causal body, it's important to have the action according here in the physical level. So therefore, the presence is so grateful to have an individual consciously awaken and cooperate with it. As the physical individual is to have the help of the presence, when once the student awakes to spiritual things, the causal body of the presence begins to expand, and it is able to do great things at cosmic levels and has great energy, fight, and power at its command. So as we build good conditions there, we also help the presence doing its work in the cosmic level. The causal body of the average metaphysical student shows a very light increase over the 100 feet. So as we expand our mental powers, our harmony, doing the right thing, understand the laws, we just expand that causal body in such a way, and it becomes a glorious thing. So 100 feet is the starts of the sleeping vehicles. So thank you, Moria. And then, beloved Kutumi, that in this dictation, that time Kutumi was the Shohan of the second way, was before he took the position of the world teacher with the beloved Jesus. So Kutumi speaks. The only lasting harvest of the soul is the gathered memento of specifically qualified energy that lives in the causal body, around the presence of each life stream. When the individualized intelligence is created, the master touch, the subject here, the rays of light passing from the spiritual heart create a pure white force field or spiritual aura. What we have discussed last week. So descending a ray of light. Within that core, we have the higher mental body, and around it, the force field, that is the higher mental body. The use of energy, its qualification, and the return of the result of that qualified energy into the causal body build the colors into the causal body before the life stream ever takes embodiment. But here the master is telling that what we do during the incarnation, so the results is imprinting the causal body, so build it colors, and we come back and we have more glorious causal body if we have really evolved in an embodiment, because sometimes when we are salvaging, in that salvage period, sometimes we go through many incarnations without put any color there. But so we are going to discuss it in the future. So from the time the individual takes the first physical incarnation, the harmonious qualified energy used by that individual in every lifespan rise up into, so all the good is rise up into the causal body and becomes part of the bands of colors that make up the causal body. It is the treasure stored up in heaven. So there is our heavenly storage. Life used for no good purpose does not so rise, but becomes part of the mass accumulation of heavily charged discord, which is referred to as the astral or psychic realm. And we have discussed about it. And for this reason, we have a reflection. The garden is the higher mental body, the garden is the causal body around it. In that causal body, that is the garden of the higher mental body, we have the good things and all the germs of the negative things. It cannot act there, but there is germ. But then the good of that is just stored around the electronic body, just the good and pure things, and become eternal in the electronic level. And we are going to see this different in the future. So man is either building the size, strength, and power of his causal body through harmonious, qualified, direct energy, or he's building the shroud. Oh, be kind to me. Shroud? I didn't look for this word. I know that it's like a garment. So the garment of unhappiness in which the entire race moves. The size of the causal body of every being, ascended or unascended, differs according to the amount of energy drawn forth from the universe, the length of time of individualization, and the amount of energy utilized for good out of the entire store drawn forth by such a one. So the time, the length of our individualization, because many of us, we are so old life streams, sometimes we took individualization in stars that is not this one that we are in the moment. There are light works that just were individualized in this period, maybe in Lemuria, others in Atlantic level. So we have different length of individualization. Yes, of course, if we are more tiny in this individualized life, maybe we are more wise, so we have more powers in our causal body, you know. And that is, I put here another in another journal of the Bridge to Freedom, the master told it, and I put it here because many people have asked me the same question in the past. Oh, I saw this chart. There we see those colors, and then you were going to use another. You were using another colors in your chart, or the another chart that I see from that other organization has another colors. What causal body? What chart is the right one? And in fact, there is no. Everyone is right in his perception because, in fact, are all causal bodies alike? And the master say, no, no, they are not alike. Each individual I am presence uses the prerogative of free will and engages in different experimentations with the use of life in the seven inner spheres. The size of the various color bands which form the causal body is determined by whatever type of the endeavor has taken the most energy, attention, time, application, and service of the individual I am presence or life stream. The largest band of color determines to which ray the individual I am presence belongs. Because normally we have a tendency to work in the virtues or in the level of our ray that we belongs, and we developed more that color in my causal body. Probably my causal body has great violet hues because I am work under the seventh ray. And so our causal body are not alike. Each one is special. Of course, when we build a general genetic chart, we need to choose the sequence, and sometimes I prefer to choose the order of the race that normally I follow, that is from the Bridge to Freedom. But we cannot say that the others are wrong. It's just my option to make an genetic image or out picturing of the I am presence that may be used for all of us. But in fact, we have different causal body, and we need to understand it to not start fighting to each other for things that is just silly. And then Paul definition speaks. The color bands of each one's causal bodies differ according to the particular interest of the life stream, what Coutume also taught, through the ages. The channels through which the energy flowed determine the color of the primal life, qualified by the individual, which becomes a part of the causal body. Those who have given most of their energies to healing have a predominance of gold, violet, and pink in the causal body. Men and women who have served primarily in positions of governmental authority, executive directors have a predominance of blue in the causal body because these governmental positions are connected with the first race, so they have blue. These qualified momentos are used constantly by the electronic presence of each life stream serving at cosmic level. So as we evolve here, we are helping the presence also in the cosmic level. For the most part, with the exception of the highly developed telos, little of this momentum is used by the personality because it's stored there and cannot be released until we have control of our energies. The release of the momentum, gifts, powers, activities, and spiritual treasures of the causal body through the personal self of an ascended being is determined by the control of the individual over the energy already in his possession and under his qualifying governing power. That is harmony. I don't need to speak anything, no. It's stressed for those so eager to have the use of the powers and the glory which they knew before the word was. I don't go to speak anything. That harmony is the key if you want to bring forth that powers into your hands and use. So Serapis Bey speaks on the subject. The aura around the physical body is a personal force field. It should be a replica of the causal body, which pulsates around the electronic presence, even as the physical body itself should be a replica of that very electronic body. Oh, we are all alike, that chart. We are going to have every one of us that are golden hair and their same tunic. No! Every one of us, we are unique. And of course, our physical level needs to reflect as above, so below. We need to get into the truth. But we have our individualization and our unique beauty that is not alike everyone. So if you put there another color being or with different features, everything is all right because we are different, we are individualized, we are one in that ocean of life, but as individualized beings we have our unique beauty and features. That is the wisdom of God, it is beauty of God, and that we have millions and trillions of people, billions of people, but everyone is special in this world and in the whole universe. And the master continue, we find two types of applicants for spiritual instruction. Those interested only in mastering the energy of their personal egos, here the ego of personality, the force field around the physical body. So I would like to be master of my own energies. And those interested in serving life and to be light works, but without sufficient personal application to make them worthy service or vehicles to the masses. So the first group do not evince interest in the ephemeral for the ephemeral because the causal body is relatively eternally. So to them the masters say causal body. They are not interested in building the causal body with good actions. They would like just to have control to reach their self-purpose. And the second group do not evince interest in the balance, control of the vehicles presently working in this world. They would like to serve, and I see many students, they would like to serve, but they do not want to do the effort to control their own energy. Both of them are in the wrong. You see, the same skills for an ascended master, you have a black magician too. They need also to get control, but the problem that they get control to use this control for selfishness. And the ascended master get control of things to help others to become all free in the light and to be also God in action in this world. Kendrick is there. So we are the bridge builders, drawing together the diversities of interest, and out of the many applicants find the few who can become the balance between individual self-mastery egos and cosmic selves while learning. At Elixir, we examine the causal body to see if self-interest motivates the desire for knowledge. If the causal body shows no appreciable size, color, balance, nor momentum through ages past, we know immediately that such an is primarily interested in gifts for self, and such individuals cannot be accepted, for we are prejudiced only to serve those who love life itself, not just the use of life. Love life and love to set life free. And just those one are accepted for ascension. And Hilarion speaks, the causal body is the record which may be read by any ascended being, and within it is proof of what the life stream has done since the beginning of opportunity incarnation, millions of years ago. The causal body is the determining factor in the choice and acceptance of all individuals who are going to be called upon to render a more than ordinary service to mankind. It is through the causal body that the ascended master chooses his or her chelas, because they see in the causal body what is built there, and they know already if that chela can be a good instrument in his own projects or in his own team of light. The causal body never lies. So the causal body never lies. We can lie to ourselves, to others, but the causal body and the ascended master see our causal body, and there is no lies. Wise is the man or human who chooses, while laying up the stores of security on earth, to build into that causal body some permanent momentum to show as a reason for an entire embodiment on earth. At the end of each earth life, when the lords of karma examine the souls, the causal body of each one is examined. First, as it was before birth, and then into that incarnation, and then as it is at the end of the earth lifespan. Nothing else is the harvest of lasting value. Every other gaining possession is dropped with the outward physical garment. When the causal body glows with added violet bands of mercy, with gold bands of wisdom, with pink bands of practical brotherhood in works, not words. See, not words, but works. Not words, but works. That is the meaning of the thing. Then the soul can sing, and the sponsor, the ascended master that choose you, rejoice in his invested energies as well. And beloved Jesus speaks, I admonished those kind enough to find merit and comfort in my counsel, that the lasting treasures were yielded in heaven. Heaven, causal body. That priceless gift of life given to each incarnated soul must be appreciated and woven to some good reason for being, aside from the personal interest and accomplishment which benefit only self. Those who build thus in heaven, builds in heaven, that is a building of the causal body, because the causal body is in the higher mental and in also in the electronic level around the presence, and that region, especially the mental level, we call heaven. That is, they are fortunate indeed, for as the causal body grows in size and power and strength, each such and on one becomes a cosmic being, even before the ascension of the outer self. You see? As we expand our mental powers, as we have perfect harmony, control of our emotions, as we use it for the good of others, we expand the glorious our causal body. And you remember, nothing that the Master told before, the presence can use those beings to work more in the cosmic level, and then we become cosmic beings even before our ascension. And to finish this series, beloved Saint Germain, my beloved one, speaks. I long for the day when the individual sphere of influence of each student is so balanced, so poised, so harmonious, that the tremendous stored energies of each one's causal body may be conducted through the personal aura for the blessings of the individual and the race. Those momentos of healing power, of precipitation, of illumination, gathered through many ages, stand ready and waiting the uninterrupted harmony of the outer self. And I stand waiting that day to see the rejoicing in the harvest, when it is in the hands of the faithful. In that day, the angels sing a song of victory, because a life stream becomes a master in this human octave, using the powers of God in the right way, but just can be given to us that powers if we have uninterrupted harmony. It cannot be in other condition. And just to finish, I put here from the books Man, Visible and Invisible. It was in different pages. I just did a screenshot, and put here different levels of evolution, of a man and its causal body. So causal body of this savage, we see inside it, I don't know if you can see, there is the manifestation of that higher mental body, but the force field around it is more transparent. It's just like a bubble. It doesn't have real colors. And then in the average man, it starts that building of the colors. We see more a little pink, more yellow, but it's not organized, the causal body, and it's an egg-like shape. And as we are interested in spiritual things, or we are doing good things for this world, we have more developed stage, a level condition of our emotions, of our mental powers, and then start building the bands. It's not completely rings or spheres around the core, but it's just become something pleasant and beautiful. And we saw already the rays of light expanding from it. And then it's the picture of the causal body of the Arhat, that is the under name for ascended master, that is the one that got the 50 initiation. We are going to talk more about it next year. And then the causal body becomes really a glorious thing, and also in a circular shape. The bands of colors are very organized, and it's a glorious being to see. And we are going to see it with more details next year. And just I put it here so you may see that there is continuation the changes of the ascended master. Leadbeater brought forth the draw of this causal body in 1902. And then in the 30s, with the I am activity, they build the chart of the I am presence. And it's so interesting if you compare, the both, the causal body, what was in the book in 1902 and what is in the I am presence chart is very similar, no? It's so similar. The difference is the blue here is in the middle, and here in the I am chart they put the blue around it. But you see here, Leadbeater also talk about the core, and put here, I don't know if you can really see, because it's just a screenshot of a book, picture of a book and an old book. And so I don't know if you can see there is here, like here, this presence here already there. Of course, we can see that there is a continuation. What was brilliant from Saint Germain, the master took the best thing and put it, those so difficult information from the Theosophical books in a very simple way, and brought forth the chart of the I am presence through the I am activity. Even that it was not really a new thing, but really very specific and special in the way that it was built at that time in the 30s, that becomes something more simple, so that everyone in this world can connect with their higher self, their I am presence. And in the fact that charts are showing to us the descending of this divine life into the various planes of the existence. In another book, it was also in other books, but I took it here because it was so clear. Leadbeater explained the highest aspect of the solar logos, that means the universal I am presence, emanates the third outpouring. I'm going to talk about it in the future. A pure white light, known as the monad, that we talked last time, the ocean of pure light substance, where the monads live in the divine, in the cosmic levels. This fragment of God is placed into a lower plane to experience limitation and growth. Because you see, we have, I put here the diagram again, you have that manifestation in the cosmic spiritual level, and then there is a fragment that descends to the lower levels to experience limitation and growth. That is our fall. But it's fall with a purpose, because just going through this limitation, we can grow and acquire conscious dominion of the matter of the lower plans. And so the monad in turn projects a smaller fragment that is the ego, that for us the higher mental body, that is also represented here, which further descend into the mental, astral, and physical body, that we have the manifestation in the lower levels. And here I put a quote of the book. The last tiny fragment is the point of consciousness, which those of us who are clairvoyant can see moving about and within the individual, the man, because it's within and it's also about, and it's also woven about it. And normally what we see, it's not the I am presence, but the higher mental body, that glorious form. According to one system of symbology, this is seen as the gold man, the size of a thumb, who dwells in the heart. You see, here it's like the representation that we have that core, that is the electronic level, but also it's fragmented, descends through the higher mental bodies into the physical plane, that is the densest one, and anchor itself in the heart of our physical bodies. And there is a miniature of this higher self that sometimes is called the gold man within our hearts. But many of us see it harder in the form of a star. So there is this miniature, but sometimes we see just its light that is within the permanent atom of our threefold flames. And in the same book, let Bieder explain also that sometimes, depend on the race, the mission, sub-race, sometimes you can place that star in the throat or in the plexus, depending on of our missions, but it's always governed by the heart. And so we see that the chart of the mighty and presence, that was the blessing of the I am activity. And it has its value because it brings that God presence in a very simple language or out picture that everyone in this world can understand and perceive it. Was the blessings of the I am activity, but that things was already talked about, but not completely demonstrated in physical picture by the Theosophists. So, and we are going to continue to talk more about it next week. I just wanted to show here because what you think, you remember Serapis Bey, I think it was Serapis Bey telling us, know that we shall be here as the physical body, and our auras needs to be a reflex or the same as we have in the causal body, because the spiritual spark there just descend to a level below and then descend again, and again. But when we purify our emotional and mental body, especially emotional and mental body, it goes to be just a reflection, a pure reflection of that glorious being and the colors and amazing hues that we have there in our spiritual level. Of course, every time that we have denser plane, it loses a little bit that splendor, but it will be when we have our purification, somehow the same manifestation of our causal bodies and also our physical body, true expression of that ascended master presence, that we are in the higher levels of our being. So I just put it so we see that there is a continuation from the theosophical teachings to the I am teachings and the bridge to freedom. It's why I use always the three of them together. And we are going next class to discuss more about it, talking about more these levels and more about the electronic body and preparing ourselves to finish the 40 class with the alignment. And then we have holidays for weeks, and then we are going to start our 49 days of the 7 sacred weeks. And I don't go to do it. Let's do just this Elixir of Life, colon, for these blessings in our lives. Beloved, I am presence, Saint Germain, Brotherhood of the Royal Teton Retreat, Lords of the Elements, and powers of light. Please charge this mineral water with the blessings from the the Ascended Masters, Octave of Light, and put here all these substances we need to restore the beauty, youth, health, vitality, and perfection of the Ascended Masters in our physical bodies. Transmute this water into the elixir of life. Transmute this water into the elixir of life. Transmute this water into the elixir of life. We are so thankful by the light of God that never fails. I command it, demand, and it's done right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And just visualize whatever you need to manifest Christ's perfection in this elixir in front of you, and let us drink it together. Cheers. Let us send our love and gratitude to the Royal Teton Retreat, the Brotherhood there, beloved Saint Germain and Lord Lanto, for their blessings in our lives, for the full memento of the 7 sacred weeks that is at our disposal. Impress this knowledge within ourselves and help us to understand it and use this knowledge of our causal bodies in the right way for our blessings and the blessings of this world. And also let us send our love and gratitude to this glorious presence of life that is the only presence, intelligence acting here, there, and everywhere, no matter the other appearance. It's the presence acting. Let us trust it. And sure, we are going to be safe always and guided by its light. And let's finish this service with the closing blessing. We love the mighty and presence here, there, and everywhere. We love, bless, and thank you forever, forever and beyond. For I am in you, and you are in me. We are one on this journey through eternity. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. So I have full sun here in my head. I cannot change it, otherwise I need to go there to close the window. And so, dear hearts, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy and you took something good from this class, and that you may use it for your blessings in your life. I wish you a lovely weekend. I don't know if I can come here. Oh, yes, I think I can come here. I wish you a lovely weekend, a great week with your family and friends. And what I wish for you, that you hold your harmony to your hearts, hold your harmony, hold your harmony, hold your harmony and peace. And next class, we are going to continue with this knowledge, talking about the electronic body, and closing this series of teachings for this year. We're going then to have the 40 that will be just a close of our work during the year. And I hope to see you next week, and that you can hold your peace and be a star of light in this world. Expand the light and blessings of God to everyone in your path. I love you and see you.